Hello ladies! I'm editing other videos, but I thought this would be a good video to just kind of throw up real quick because it'll be really quick. But Miss Somi of Fast Forward fame launched her own makeup brand, but it seems like, kind of like with my brand, it's one of those like brands that makes other brands, if that makes sense. They go by the name of Buble, and it seems like they have brands with other creators as well. Buble is a launchpad for creator-led community-powered beauty brands. And she released a highlighter palette under a brand called Glyph, which I guess is related to like hieroglyphics and stuff. But apparently there was some drama with the drop. On April 2nd was actually the sort of like their soft launch. You got 20% off. So I only paid like 34,000 or something like that. For a 4-shade highlighter palette, not that bad. The retail price is currently at 43,000 won, about 31 bucks. I ordered it during the soft launch, and my friend was like, apparently people are real angry about the pricing on that. I was like, is it that expensive? Girl, especially at Avila, if you go to fucking Avila, there's way more expensive makeup in there that's way more popular.
This highlighter from Glint immediately came to mind. It's really popular and a steady seller at Olive Young. For 22,001, you get 2.3 grams of product. Meanwhile, the Glyph one comes with 11.5 grams of product. Not to mention, you get 4 colors. I can see why many people thought the Glyph palette is pricey, but because I know about the Glint one, I personally didn't find the pricing all that jarring.
I have been seeing these sort of 4-shade highlighter palettes lately in Olive Young though, and I really think it's just because the Dior highlighter palette became very, very popular in Korea. All the makeup artists use it on the idols and actresses and shit like that, so I'm not saying they're copying it, but like the quadrant highlighter palette, nothing new. Although I will say making a highlighter in general, it's kind of random for Somi. Apparently, her inspiration was that normally when she's getting her makeup done or she's doing her makeup, she's always having to mix 3 to 4 different highlighters to get the kind of, you know, look that she wants. But now she made it easy for herself and the people to buy it to just get a cute look with this highlighter palette. You're supposed to be able to incorporate it into your daily makeup and even like your more fancy stage makeup or whatever. I got my box today, very cute. To be honest, I thought someone from far away I saw, I was like, oh my god, did she like sign my box? No, it's just printed on like handwriting. Here's a logo Glyph. Ooh, you get these cute little stickers. I know Pony, the YouTuber slash makeup artist slash graphic designer. She does Somi's makeup, and so I have a good feeling that she probably helped her out with this. I don't know this for sure, but this is just a guess. I've always really liked the work Pony has done on Somi. 근데 I never really thought of Somi as like a beauty girly, if that makes sense. I never really thought of her as like always showing like she's always sharing products and things like that. I think she has that one Vogue video, but yeah, she never really came off to me as like a makeup girl. So personally for me, I just felt like this was such a random drop. Lots of plastic bubble wrapping. And here's the, what? Okay, I guess. I think I know what they're trying to go for, but this is like all the random aesthetics going on, like girl pick one. You got this flap, and then when you open it, here's the highlight palette. Da-dun. Very standard sizing, looks just like the Dior one. Okay, has ingredients on the inside for each specific shade. The Ultimate High Beaming Highlighter Palette features 4 curated shades. With fairy dust particles from our founder, Illuette will take you from a delicate sheen to a fairy tale fantasy, apparently. Use your fingers or a brush to create a radiant beam. I recommend applying it to your cheekbones, nose, cupid's bow, and chin. The more the merrier. Okay. 잠깐만, hold on. I forgot to do my eye makeup. I'll be right back. Okay, I added 1 eyeshadow. Okay, let's swatch these bad boys. The first shade is Tralala, which is supposed to be a healthy pink. Oh, this is a baked formula, by the way. Really smooth. Ooh, that's nice. Based off of how it feels like when I apply with my finger, I can tell it like it sticks to the skin. Because there's a lot of powders where you have to almost use your finger, otherwise it'll kind of just fly off. But this almost has this feeling of like sticking to the skin, 밀착. And there's not really any chunky glitters, it's just more like really fine pearls and shimmers. So that's, ooh. That's really pretty. Next one is Edward, that's me. It's supposed to be a reference to Edward the Vampire because it literally says right here, vampire skin. Ooh. I think this is just a very neutral sort of champagne. Ooh, yeah, this is a pretty nice champagne. Very similar to the first one in terms of like the the particles, but there's slightly bigger pearls in here, like a little bit, but it's still not like glitter level. Next up is Crisp. Next up is Crisp, a icy blue. Ooh, that's really, ooh, okay. I've told this story before. There's a boy I knew, or no, he used to work at Lancome. He was one of those dudes that does like the demonstration at the department store for Lancome. He showed me this old Shiseido highlighter that's like blue. And I was like, who uses blue highlighter? But he was like, actually, if you use blue highlighter, it almost gives the skin like a translucent look to it. Especially if you have fair, very fair to more light skin, try blue highlighter. It actually look more natural than you think. And then last but not least, Oomph. It's a cyber pink, this shade right here. Ooh, that's pretty. Actually, you know what? I was on Reddit last night and someone made a Reddit post asking what, because TXT just made a comeback with their song Deja Vu, and someone was like, what highlighter are they using? And I was like, how the fuck does anybody know what highlighter they're using? But if you look at the stage that she was showing, they had very pink cheeks, which looked really wet. So at first I thought it was like maybe they used like a cream, like a balm cream highlighter. But I feel like this could give you a similar look as them because it has a really pretty pink, almost like sheen that you can put either on top of blush or it could give you that blush look. They look like all together. Which, to be honest, I feel like they're all very useful colors. Not just for the face, but also obviously you can use this on your hands. Your hands, what the fuck am I saying? On your eyes. Now, you can just use your fingers, but I like using brushes with my highlighters, and I have several that I like to use. My go-to that I use is this one from Morphe, V111 brush. I think it's part of their vegan line or something. Very fluffy. So it's really good for, it really diffuses the color so it gives you that wet look. This one's from Ansi, it's their Eve 319 brush. Kind of similar vibes, just a little bit slightly bigger. You know, also really good for blush as well. When I saw that this was a baked formula, I immediately thought of this brush. It's from Ansi, it's their 103R. Not the softest brush, but I bought this. I was actually famous for a little bit in Korea because at some point in time, the Clinique, you know, their pop, whatever, something pop blushes, the ones that look like flowers, super pretty, super popular at some point in Korea. But they were a bitch to apply because it's a baked formula. So it's like, if you use a really soft brush, it wouldn't pick up the pigment. But this picks up baked formulas really well. So I was like, oh, why not try it with this one? And then my other favorite one, which you don't often see Westerners using, is this sort of flat brush. It's the Picasso number 14 synthetic, and originally I believe this is like a foundation brush, but because it's so flat, it kind of, I don't know, it picks up the pigment really well and kind of like, you can do this sort of motion and it really lays it down like almost like you're using your finger. And then I want to try it on my eye makeup, like on the inner corner and stuff. This is my favorite brush for that. This is the Ansi Ebony 40, which is, if y'all are in Korea, visit the Ansi store. It's really nice, it's in Hongdae. I do want to try Edward because that's my name. Let's try this brush. It's kind of a lot, so I do always make sure I do this. Oh, that's super nice. It's really subtle, to be honest, but I'm not a big fan of super chunky highlighters because when you go outside, or especially like on a cloudy day, that shit, you'll see the chunkiness on your face. And especially for me, when I have really textured skin with like acne scarring, it does not look cute in real life. So I'm gonna try the flat brush. I think I like it more with this. Yep. That's really pretty. And I have textured skin, so if you have much smoother skin than me, bitch, this shit will look nice. But that literally looks like wet skin from far away. And because this is the area of my face that wrinkles when I smile, really chunky highlighters don't look cute there. I'm sure if you keep adding it on, it's gonna be that way, but I think just 2 layers is totally fine. I'm gonna take a powder puff and wipe off, or try to wipe off as much as I can, because I wanna try Tralala on this side. Let's try this brush. You can see a little bit of the pink on there. Oh. Okay. Yep, that's the one. That's way more intense than Edward. Even like the shininess, I feel like, is way more intense. There's definitely like a pink glow to it, but that looks so pretty. thumbnail. I really like the way it applied with this brush though. Let's try this one, Crisp. I feel like I'm gonna like this one. Ooh. That's fucking intense. I have like a light to light medium skin. If you have very fair skin, this will look even better. But on me, it stands out a little bit too much. So I can definitely see myself using this like on the inner corners of my eyes, not really on my face. Oh my God, I think I put too much on. I don't like putting highlighter too far into my cheek because I feel like it makes me look a little bit, it looks strange here. You see what I mean? Why it almost gives it that almost like sort of translucent vibe to the skin. It's a little bit too light for me for that certain effect, but it's still really pretty. It's not as shiny though as the other two. Although I can see myself using it if maybe I use like I don't know, some blush that's too orangey. You can use the blue in this to counteract that orangeness. Okay, let's try Oomph. Oh, I like that too. That's really pretty. And I think this one synergizes with my skin way more. I like the blue one, but it was a little bit like too much. But this one is like has like this lavender sheen to it. So I think it works with like the overall yellow tones of my face. I still have the pink one over here. I don't know if you can tell the difference. This is very pink, and this is a lavender. So on me, with the yellow tones already in my face, it stands to be a little bit more in synergy, if that makes sense. I think that would be a really pretty, actually, nose highlighter as well. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I do want to make sure that there's not like oil on the other parts of my face that I'm not putting highlighter on, because when you have like highlighter and then you have like oil on the rest of your face, it looks so messy. I know some people put some like on their chin, but I feel like sometimes it just looks like you're eating like barbecue and oil got on your chin. I'm gonna use that Ansi brush and apply some of that blue one here in the inner corner, because I think I would like it that way more. It's pretty. I only have one eyeshadow on my lid, so it's not much of an involved look. So I think it would be such a pretty addition to, like, if you have like an all matte look and you want to kind of like add some sparkle and shine to it, this palette would be perfect for that. It's pretty. And let's try a little bit of Edward on here. Oh my God. Oh, nice. And to be honest, I'd stop here, but I do kind of want to see what it would look like to add the pink one, Tralala, on my 애교살. The Dior one that got really popular with makeup artists, they would use that a lot on the 애교살. Yeah, that's pretty. I'm looking a little bit crazy now because I've literally highlighted all over my face, but honestly, I think the key point would be to have the skin very matte overall, so that the highlighters that you apply stand out really well. And to be honest, I should be adding more eyeshadow, like, you know, more shading and stuff around my eyes, because it will help kind of, because I'm adding so much highlighter, it's really adding a lot of brightness to the eye, and so I'm losing some of that depth to my eye look. So it would help for me to add more dark shadow, but I'm too fucking lazy. Oh shit, how the fuck do I forget my little Cupid's bow? Ooh, I only had a lip oil on earlier. This is from Sigma. It's their Renew Lip Oil in Tranquil. I really fucking love this palette. The quality is great for the price. If she did charge more, I'd understand, because of the quality, she's there. But if she charged cheaper, I'd actually be more surprised, because the quality, I feel like, surpasses like what the price point would have been. But I'm very happy with the colors and everything. I enjoy the way it goes on, probably even more than some of the other highlighters I tend to use. So Somi, thumbs up from Edward Avila. And the fact that one of the shades is named after me. I'm just kidding. Oh girl, that 애교살 is popping. It's giving Twice when they first started doing ASMR makeup. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to editing other videos. I hope you have a good day, night, whatever. Bye!